Hello everyone, welcome back to Oblivion. Today, all we have to do is get the rubber-stamped approval of the Elder Council for Martin Septim to be declared Emperor of Cyrodiil in Tamriel.
Good morning, sir.
We've lost some people along the way. Some people that I was really hoping wouldn't be lost, simply because of how fun they are to talk to. We also have a bunch of loot that I want to just go drop off. On the grounds of, well, the fluff for this is that it's time limited and you need to go fast. It is not, in fact, actually time limited, nor do you need to go fast. Plus, at the end of the main quest, you get a set of blinging armor. I'd like to be able to carry at least some of it, so we don't spend too long farting around. Yes, Martin will follow you! In theory, you could just stop the main quest right here and fart around with the true Emperor at your side forever. There's no reason to do it, but you could. I can think of no reason why, but you could. I suppose for some people, just you could is enough, you know? Oh wow, I have 3 mundane rings. I'm gonna dump 2 of those away, but it is a very nice ring against mages. 35% reflect spell is one thing, but the 50% resist magic. Any damage that comes in not only is going to have a 35% chance of just getting noked, but anything that still goes through, half dead. That's terrifying and amazing at the same time. What's most of my weight? It's probably the liquor and the like, isn't it? You must wonder what Martin thinks when things like this happen. Wait, did I dump off Manker Cameron's robes? I think I did. Yes, I did. Good. All of these rings are kind of redundant, but they're very light, and given my lack of dedicated looting due to an enormous amount of spare coin, I consider it acceptable to just sort of keep my weight around 75, 80 pounds free, in case I find a bunch of good alchemical ingredients. It's going to be interesting trying to intermingle the alchemical thing with Shivering Isles, though, because traveling through the gate, if memory serves, can be a bit slow. And going through one loading screen is annoying enough, but going through a loading screen to get to the gate, a loading screen to go through the gate, a loading screen to get the Frostcrag Spire is going to be much worse. What I might do if I ever find somewhere that I can rest in Shivering Isles, like with a permanent chest like this one, I might just go off screen after a while and just spend some time slowly but steadily hauling an enormous amount of things over. It'd take a while, but it'd probably be better for the sake of the Let's Play if I did that off screen. I have some weight issues still. Granted, some of that is probably the mundane ring is oh no, it's a 10th of a pound, never mind it. I'm not sure why some rings are a pound and some rings are a 10th of a pound. It's inconsistent. Anyway, I should look my best for being presented to the Elder Council. Makes sense to me. Don't think I need to have anything that I need to recharge. I could use the stolen Varla Stone, but let's start at the Chestnut Handy Stables, just so we walk in. You don't often walk into the Imperial City due to how detailed the fast travel locations are in it. I can't really blame them, it can be a bit boring to walk around in. One of the issues with Oblivion. Granted, you kind of have the same issue with Vivek before you get to know the damn place, because good grief. It is a mass of featureless blobs from the outside.
It's you, the hero of Kvatch. This is truly an honor.
Oh yes, ignore your Emperor. Some people. The statue of Akatosh. Dragon of Time. Also got a serious case of multiple personality disorder. We're going to be dealing with that later. I do mean we're going to be dealing with that. Not like in this game later, mind, but yeah. I like the captain stuff and somehow
Remember,
gets before
trespassing in the
Also,
Imperial
these guys have
Palace is a
amazing
serious
armor, and I
crime.
want to set.
Do not venture beyond the first
Sire,
and second
Chancellor
floors.
Okado is expecting you. He had word of your arrival in the capital.
All right, and it's
Very
raining.
well. Let's finish this.
I wonder what rain sounds like in armor like this. Like, I've got a flat top, right? I've heard what rain on metal sounds like, but what does it sound like when your head is in the metal that's getting hit by the rain? Has anyone here worn a helmet that's got rained on?
Welcome to the Imperial Palace.
Welcome to me not giving a shit. Where's everyone else?
I've been expecting you. The full council has already considered the matter of Martin's claim to the Imperial throne in detail.
All right.
Martin Septim, on behalf of the Elder Council, I accept
Chancellor
your claim
Okado!
to the Imperial throne.
Chancellor Okado!
We should arrange...
Chancellor Okado, the city is under attack. Oblivion gates have opened and Daedra are inside the walls. The guard is
Well, shit.
overwhelmed.
Guess we've got one last
Courage,
dance.
soldier. We have an emperor again. Your Highness, what are your orders? Shall the guard fall back to the palace?
No. If we let ourselves get besieged in the palace, we're doomed. We must get to the Temple of the One immediately.
As you command, sire. Guards, form up and protect the emperor. To the Temple of the One.
Right. Yeah! The armor. The palace guards die, because they are pretty darn scary fighters, I'll say that much. The Dremora here have absolutely rubbish drop tables, however. Don't bother. Seriously, do not bother. Also, yes, Martin can die. It's hard to have happen, but Martin can die here. And it's common enough to occasionally happen that I'm going to save here. Ah, right, I forgot a palace guard is scripted to die. Oh, I also forgot that you can't actually get their armor.
Show me what you got. Let's get this.
Who's that man? Like, Imperial Legion Captain. The game really does tell you that there's a dangerous invasion going on, though. No, it seems like only those two have the bad loot tables. The rest of them have normal loot. Pretty good. Now, making sure that isn't just the plot one that doesn't have the cool armor. Nope. All there is the shield.
You pathetic worm!
Martin. But yeah, you can try and kill them all, but it's going to take you a while. There's no time limit at this point, but getting Martin through the gate, through here does do something, I believe. There's a Hellgate there. We're not going to the Hellgate. Also, Okado's pretty good at the whole combat thing. Here's Mehrunes Dagon himself. Don't bother fighting him.
We're too late. Mehrunes Dagon is here. Lighting the dragon fires will no longer save us. The barriers that protected us from Oblivion are gone.
Can we cast him back? I mean, I'm good with the sword. I know I said I couldn't kill him, but come on, I'm good with the sword. I'm a divine hero. I can probably do something.
I don't see how. Mortal weapons may hurt him, but now that he is physically here in Tamriel, they have no power to actually destroy him.
Bugger. What about the amulet?
Wait, yes. The amulet was given to mortals by Akatosh. It contains his divine power. But how to use this power against Dagon? The amulet was not intended as a weapon. I have an idea, one last hope. I must reach the dragonfires in the Temple of the One.
But you said it was no use.
You'll just have to trust me. I know now what I was born to do, but I'll need your help. I have to get past Mehrunes Dagon somehow.
What a very nice Daedra there, waiting for us to move.
Then I'll do the rest. Lead on, my friend.
Follow me.
I'm with you.
No stomp! You don't want to get stomped on, it will hurt. It will hurt a lot. Martin, come on. Come on, Martin, quickly. Quickly. Nope, don't shit. Martin, stop! Martin, stop! Martin. Oh boy. Exciting gameplay. Yeah, you want to save after that, because sometimes Martin will just get stuck in the Daedra. But running by all these guys, unless you want to have a set of Imperial Legion armor or grab that Imperial Watch Shield, either which I do, because it doesn't really work with anything but the actual proper armor. Yes. You can stagger Dagon. It's possible.
We're too late. Mehrunes Dagon is here. Lighting the dragon fires will no longer save us. The barriers that protected us from Oblivion are gone.
I'll skip through this. We've already heard it.
I'm with you.
We're saving. Most of this saves some time. Come on, Martin. Come on. Don't fight. Just run. Just run, Martin Septum. Son of Uriel Septum. Get into the temple. He barely lived, but he's got some pretty powerful healing spells and a lot of health. Right.
I do what I must do. I cannot stay to rebuild Tamriel. That task falls to others.
Oh?
Farewell. You've been a good friend in the short time that I've known you.
Martin, what are you
But
going to do?
now I must go. The dragon waits.
Hey, Dagon. Shit. Big shit. This is pretty as hell. First time I watched this, I thought I'm going to lose. You don't have to distract him and then go for the throw. That's like how Akatosh is clearly tired after it's a short fight, but well done. And then this.
The amulet is shattered. Dagon is defeated. With the dragon's blood and the amulet of kings, we have sealed the gates of Oblivion. Forever. The last of the Septims passes now into history. I go gladly, for I know my sacrifice is not in vain. I take my place with my father and my father's fathers. The Third Age has ended, and a new age dawns. When the next Elder Scroll is written, you shall be its scribe. The shape of the future, the fate of the Empire. These things now belong to you.
Thank you, Martin.
What happened? Where's Martin? I must congratulate him. Mehrunes Dagon is defeated. Cast back into Oblivion. We've won!
There's a price for everything.
What do you mean, gone? We saw the temple dome explode. The avatar of Akatosh appear. That was Martin?
He broke the amulet.
The joined blood of kings and gods. The amulet of kings. The divine power of Akatosh.
And Martin's blood, too.
Then Martin is gone.
But the gates are sealed. He saved us all. At the cost of his own life.
Yes, sealed forever. Mehrunes Dagon and his ilk can never threaten Tamriel again. Martin is dead, but he died an emperor and a hero to rival Tiber Septim.
What about the Empire? There's no emperor after all.
This victory is not without cost. We've lost Martin Septim.
Yes.
What an emperor he might have made.
What an emperor he was.
His sacrifice was necessary, but it leaves the Empire without an emperor. I don't know what happens now. There are troubled times ahead for the Empire. But now is not the time to worry about the future. Let's just give thanks that we're alive!
Yep. Martin, what do you say about him, Okada?
I know he's gone. As the Chancellor of the Elder Council, my concern now is how to choose his successor.
What do you say of the Elder Council?
We are now the stewards of the Empire. We can hold the Empire together in the short term. But to be honest, I don't know what will happen. The provinces have been restive for years, even before the latest crisis. With no legitimate claimant for the Dragon Throne, troubled times lie ahead.
Yeah, they do. We're gonna be seeing that in Skyrim.
In my capacity as Lord High Chancellor of the Elder Council, I hereby proclaim you Champion of Cyrodiil. And, as a small token of gratitude for your service to the Empire, I have ordered a suit of Imperial Dragon armor made for you.
This stuff is blingin'. What do you say about it?
Imperial Dragon armor is normally worn only by the Emperor himself, but you deserve no less, Champion.
Bet they have a spare set. Alright, what do you say about Champion of Cyrodiil if I click on it again? Well, I just...
You have earned the highest rank possible in the Order of the Dragon, the illustrious Order of Imperial Knights, founded by Tiber Septim himself. It is a high honor. Only 6 other champions have been awarded in the history of the Empire.
Well then.
The dragon will stand forever as a memorial to what you and Martin did for all of Tamriel.
So, 2 weeks. We've got 2 weeks. Let's see what I can do. And the sheer scale of what we've done. I'm going to be impressed if Sugar and Isles can make me go as much as Oblivion did, the base game. I'm going to be happy if it does, but I'm not going to expect much. I think it's how everyone can carry the weight for me, though, of Dagon. Because not only, but is his ability to not die is not simply some sort of thing that keeps you from beating him and forces you into just killing the heart, because otherwise you just keep stabbing him over and over. Unless you build a truly min-maxed force, and For all my power in that game, I did not build a truly min-maxed force. No, he's got the power to back up the title of a god along with the immortality. Even if you get in the long, drawn-out brawl to kill Dagon, he'll still just come back again and again until you die. Unless you break the heart. I suppose Oblivion, as I said, it's not really your story. It's the story of Martin Septim, the legitimate son of Tiber Septim. Last Septim.
These stupid scamps are driving me crazy.
I can help.
Oh, thank you. I had a feeling buying that Daedric staff would be trouble. Now I'm paying for it with more than just some gold.
What do you say about rumors?
Everyone's talking about the victory over Mehrunes Dagon. I can hardly believe that the Oblivion crisis is over.
Jauffre and Baurus better be buried with full honors.
Everyone in town knows about my hobby, collecting unusual examples of the arcane crafts. My husband left me quite comfortable, bless his cinders. What will I do with my collection of curiosities when I go? Donate them to the castle, of course. A few weeks ago, a spellsword was passing through Leowin and heard that I liked to buy curiosities. He wanted to sell the staff you see me carrying. I eagerly bought it, knowing the value of Daedric relics. In fact, I was a bit suspicious when he sold it so cheap. His loss, my gain, I figured.
Heh.
After examining it for a bit, I noticed a small word carved on it in runes. Using a book from my library, I translated it. The word was nonsense.
Literally, or?
However, when I spoke it and held the staff, 4 scamps suddenly appeared. I thought I was done for. Strangely, they all just stood there. It didn't take long before I realized they were following me. I couldn't be seen in town with scamps following, so I decided to discard the staff. I can't explain it, but somehow I can't compel myself to actually let it go. This staff is obviously cursed. Now I'm stuck with it.
Alright, so where do I fit in? I mean, I've just witnessed the greatest Daedric banishing ritual ever created, so I can probably deal with some scamps.
I need you to get over to the Mages Guild and talk to a good friend of mine, Alvis Uvenum. She's the only one in town that I trust. Huh. I was able to get a message to her earlier, but I've yet to get a reply. If I go, then the scamps will follow and my secret will be revealed to all.
Alright. What do you say about
The
them?
beastly little creatures are nasty, smelly, noisy, and wrecking my beautiful house. I must be rid of them. I can't let people know I have scamps in here, or they'll think I've taken to Daedra worship. Try explaining that to the town guard.
No thanks.
Alv should be able to help rid me of this staff. We play cards at the Three Sisters often and are old friends. Seek her advice.
Alright.
Alvis is a practiced researcher. She's sure to have some good information for me.
They have 1 health. So, you might think that there's an obvious solution to this.
Look out!
Rather, they have a very small amount of health. Unfortunately, well, first they give no loot. Second, they respawn. So if you're thinking of being clever or smart and, you know, Gordian not aim this problem, the devs thought of that and countered it. Or perhaps you could say the creator of the staff thought of it and countered it, but there is that fine line of meta and not meta. Now, Mage's Guild. I'm your Archmage. Tell me things.
Poor Rosentia. She's been trapped in her house for days.
How'd you know?
Frankly, the smell gave you away. You must have stepped in... Well, let's just say something that isn't pleasant.
I've been to hell. You can tell me things.
Just be sure and keep this quiet. If the other mages even knew that I was involved with Rosentia's new guests...
They'd have to answer the Archmage.
I could get kicked out of the guild.
I can override that. Oh, wait, I can't, because the quests
Can
aren't
I
too
interest
interlinked,
you?
unfortunately.
What can I interest you in?
It would be kind of cool if you just go, you don't need to be subtle anymore. I'm going to bring in the Mages Guild and have them slap these guys until they stop moving, metaphorically speaking.
Everyone wants to know what really happened in the temple. What happened to Martin?
He did.
Was the fiery dragon really Akatosh?
Yes.
Doing a bit of digging, I'm afraid Rosentia's been stuck with the staff of the Everscamp. Nasty bit of fun by Sheogorath, I'd say.
How auspicious.
The only way she can be rid of it is if someone willingly accepts it. It can't be discarded in any other manner. No one would buy that thing once it's activated like it's been. The only chance is to return it to its original resting place, Darkfathom Cave. Inside the cave, there's rumored to be a shrine to Sheogorath. That's where the staff can finally be dropped, and the scamps should remain behind. I also learned that the staff makes the owner move much slower than normal. I suppose it's another way the Creator upped the annoyance factor. Please, bring Rosentia this information at once. And if you can, help her. I think she's about to crack under the pressure, poor thing.
All right. What do you say about Rosentian scamps?
I'm glad she was finally able to get someone over here. I've been gathering all the research I could on her, little problems, shall we say. Oh, yes. Don't bother trying to kill one of them. As soon as you do, another will take its place. It's endless. Quite the curse, eh? Sheogorath certainly has a sick sense of humor.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be endlessly respawning hostile scamps.
Send Rosentia my regards.
Endlessly respawning hostile scamps. Then it goes from enormous pain in the ass that
Well
shits
met.
everywhere and messes up your house, like a really bad house guest, to you're going to be torn apart no matter how strong or how brutal or how terrifying you are.
These scamps are making my home smell like a barn.
Do you know what? 10 health.
I was afraid you wouldn't come back.
Scamps.
How am I ever going to get scamp smell out of my fine linens?
I suggest fire.
Oh, please, I beg you. Take this staff to Darkfathom Cave and get rid of it and the scamps forever. I can't fight, and who knows what's guarding the shrine? Plus, do you know how dirty caves are? It'll ruin anything I wear. Do this for me, and I'll reward you with another one of my curios I picked up a few years ago. A valuable ring.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Well, I like it, and so you're gonna put a ring on it.
Here's the staff. As soon as you leave, the scamps will thankfully follow. Do be careful. I don't wish your death on my hands as well.
We now have the staff of the Everscamp. This carries with it some effects, the most annoying of which is that we're slower.
Darkfathom Cave isn't that far from here. But the
Not
route may be
noticeably slower,
treacherous.
thankfully,
Be
but
careful and journey safe.
yeah. You can also see that it's got a bunch of little scamps on the top, which I like as a detail. You can, however, unequip it, thankfully, and it does mark Darkfathom Cave on your map. So we're just going to fast travel there in order to skip some loading screens. Whoa! You can see what how the Everscamps can be a problem. Yeah. It should reset this. Yeah, I arrived at Dark Fathom Cave. I should proceed inside. Seems like the positioning was a little screwed up there, but meh. Ever scamps are annoying. You can use them to farm, though. Experience for usually... Keyword usually... Sneak, but you can also use them just for the purposes of endless slaughter. However, I'm not going to be using any exploits with them because I don't really need exploits at this point unless Shivering Isles is a massive jump up in difficulty. If it is, I have enough resources that I might not be able to deal with any expansion of difficulty that could be reasonably expected. Worst comes to worst, I have an enormous amount of spell scrolls, I have spare time, and I have ranged attack spells. I can play just ping, effectively. Just keep hitting. If I get too good, I just back the hell off. Ah, there's a Civilized. The usual level Daedralists live here. Star Master Daedroth, Civilized. Really, nothing special at this stage in the game. However, the lack of Oblivion Gates does cut you off from Sigil Stones, I'll note. So, before you do the main quest, you really should deal with, well, any Sigil Stones you want. I don't want any, though. They are a good way of getting 100% Chameleon, but I'm not going to be doing that. If I ever show it off, I'll do it with the console to get a bunch of the Sigil Stones, though, because it really is the best way to do it. Doing it without the console, without Sigil Stones, as far as I'm aware, is not possible due to the limitations on Grand Souls. Or if you get very, very, very lucky with your items. But that is going to be, even harder to demonstrate than just Sigil Stone farming, because you can farm Sigil Stones. It takes forever, and it's very boring, but you can do it. Would not recommend. Would not recommend. Well, I've seen Maroon's Dagon in the Daedric flesh. I want to do Paradise and cut it down. What precisely are a pair of Daedroth going to be able to do to me now? Riddle me this, Daedroth. Riddle me this. What did you expect from he who saw Dagon and lived? I wear the armor of the White Strike, even. Another emphasis on how utterly outmatched they are by me. People are probably the most dangerous of the high-tier Daedra. Some of their enormous health will you have to have. It's very hard to deal with them in a speedy, inefficient manner. Impossible, but very difficult. Also, the Everscans do not help you in combat. Sheilgoroth is not the type of person, from my understanding, to actually give you something that's even slightly helpful. Too much of a dick. Or a troll, I suppose. I just say they were a troll flat out, but that does carry certain connotations in this setting. You know, the whole regeneration stopped by fire thing, among others. Spider Daedra are probably the easiest, even if they're most annoying due to their paralysis and spawning. You can also issue they are in close quarters. How easy is it in close quarters with them? Ow! Get over here. Like I can deal with damn near anything anyway. Hell, if I actually put effort into it, I could probably get something along the lines of 80 or 90% damage reflect. I'm not gonna bother because it's too much work, but I can do it. It sums up a lot of the game-breaking things for this. I could do it. I'm not going to bother with doing it, but I could do it. If you guys want to play with 100% chameleon or whatever, go nuts. Nobody's gonna judge you. Systems exist to be broken. Cracked and mangled. But I don't do that. At least I don't do that too hard. I'm also going to ignore efficiency, but also what technically wants you to drop it here. You can just drop it pretty much anywhere around. Daedroth, however, will still be hostile, as you may have heard. Daedroth, however, are pretty weak, especially now that I'm at full fatigue and stamina. The games aren't quite consistent on if it's fatigue or stamina. I just sort of think of it as fatigue. What does this game call it? Fatigue. Keep punching me and I can kill you. I'm pretty sure I have more health than a Storm Atronach at this point. So if I just let it wail on me, it's not actually going to be able to kill me. I can legitimately kill my enemies by standing around and doing nothing. Ain't that a bitch? Honestly, it's enough that I want to go back to Holy Aura a little bit, even though it's not as powerful. So it really is kind of broken, but at the same time, it's the kind of broken that makes the Let's Play faster, and it's not an unentertaining type of broken. It's not like 100% chameleon and how it takes forever to actually deal with anything. It's fun for the first few minutes while you're screwing around and going, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, and everything, but yeah. You can pick the staff of the Everscant back up, if you can find it, but yeah. Also, Cool King. I like the Cool King. The Everscams will still respawn. They can do a lot of things that are very helpful in terms of XP grinding, as I said, just because of their infinite respawn function. Again, I don't care. I have no need nor want to exploit them. Honestly, the next episodes of Let's Play are mostly just going to be me killing time until I can get the Imperial Dragon armor, which is, if not amazing armor, in terms of quality. Yeah, I know, weird thing to say, but come on, have you seen what I'm wearing? Is very nice looking. You don't have to kill Martin for his armor. You can just get it by completing the main quest. You can never get the Emperor's robes, though, as far as I'm aware. Those are unique. And the Amulet of Kings, I believe I've commented on that.
You've done it!
Yes, I have. Where are you? There you are.
I don't see any scamps or the staff.
No, you don't.
I'm still having the floors scrubbed. What do those things eat, anyway? Yuck!
People, usually.
As promised, here's the ring. I bought it from a shop in the Imperial City many years ago for an ex-lover of mine.
Oh?
He ran off with someone else, so now the ring belongs to you. The owner of the shop called it the Ring of Eidolon's Edge. I think you'll like it.
Well, the name sounds edgy enough. Let's see what it does. I'm pretty sure I know what it does, but yeah. Not a bad item, honestly. It really isn't. The problem is, Fortifying Blade further gives me no benefit. It's one of the reasons why I'm not just maining the Crusaders with Sword all the time. And block 15 points is not that helpful to me. Also, my willpower appears to have been damaged by something, so joy. Actually, block 15 points take me just to 75 block. I don't remember what Expert Block does, though, so I'm going to ignore that temporarily. I'm surprisingly adept in blunt weapons, though. I didn't expect to be that good. How's my restoration doing? Athletics is expert. Acrobatics is nearly about to hit 78. Security's doing pretty good, though it's going to knock down to 47 once I take off the skeleton key. Restoration is 100 and holy shit. How much is my buff to restoration? I know you get a very big buff to restoration, but... Oh, 32. 32, 115, minus 17. I have 83 restoration
Well,
natively.
and may you find your way home safe.
Natural, 83 restoration. Alright, now what? We could do Mazoga, but I'm not too interested. Where spirits have lease is pretty fun. I don't remember anything about two sides of the coin. This is basically irrelevant. This is hard to do. This I'm probably going to dedicate an episode to in between Dragon Armor and Shivering Isles. This is complete bullshit. And rather infamous for being complete bullshit, so let's go to where spirits have lease, because I actually remember it somewhat, and I remember it being, if not great, at least a decent amount of fun. Granted, I also want to figure out the potato statures just on the ground to get these potatoes out of my inventory so I have to stop thinking so much about my alchemy ingredients, but eh.
Good tidings, citizen.
I expect to be greeted about my champion of Cyrodiil.
You've got a real bounce to your step. I'll bet you're quite the acrobat. Hi there.
Actually, that makes me think. What's my fame now? Because I believe you get a lot of fame for the whole close the Oblivion Gate. Yeah, yeah, 141 fame. I'm a little well known. You know, Divine Crusader, Archmage, Guildmaster. None of those titles really matter in comparison to Champion of Cyrodiil in terms of how much fame you're going to just drown in. Now, my stats should be restored. No, they are not. Alright, whatever restores willpower. Come on, come on. Disbelief is resist magic. Endurance fortifies my endurance. Come on, I want to restore my willpower. That's fortifying it. Close, but no cigar. Am I going to have to make my own restore willpower potion? Seriously? No. No, I'm not. I'll see if I have a weak potion of dedication, though. But now I know the name, so that should help. Well, don't seem to have one. Potion of dedication. Chug, chug, chug. There we go. Back to 41 willpower, which helps because it increases my maximum fatigue. Making me have a longer bit of stamina in the brawl. Very helpful. But yeah. For the main quest, it's done. Like, I guess I could say that technically it's not over because I haven't got my Imperial Dragon armor, but look. At this point, time is the only thing standing. I'd like to spend the time at least entertainingly, you know? Looks like he's questioning the Count's arms. Alright, let's give them 9 hours to be a normal person and get up at normal person times instead of a proper protagonist like me. Name resounding throughout the world. I really was kind of worried I'd have to make my own restore willpower potion, so.
Good to see you.
You wouldn't happen to be in the market for a home, would you? If you are, I just happen to be selling a manor located right here in Anvil.
Well, yes, I am.
Everyone's talking about the great victory over Mehrunes Dagon. I can hardly believe that the great Oblivion crisis is over. Yes, I'm selling my grandfather's house, Benaris Manor. If you're interested, I could let you have it for a modest sum.
How much?
I have to sell it soon, as I have pressing matters elsewhere. You're welcome to take a look at it. It is located across the street from the chapel.
All right.
Once you buy, you get the key to the front door and the deed of ownership. That's the deal. Would you like to buy it now?
Sure, why not? Here, 5,000 gold pieces. I can throw that away as chump change.
Excellent. Here's the key to the front door and the deed of ownership. I hope you enjoy your new home. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must attend to those pressing matters I spoke of earlier. Good day.
If this seems cheap and somewhat suspicious,
Hi there.
Oh, look at the
you're a
muscles
smart
on you.
person. I believe he didn't call it out as unexpectedly cheap. No, I thought it did. Well then, let's go. I don't intend to use this house for anything, it's simply for the sake of the quest. But if dead foliage and things growing on it and dead plants and ruined bits don't tip you off, the place is a bit of a fixer-upper, shall we say. I believe it also has some minor loot. Pity they got rid of the fact that minor items can actually be decently valuable in this game. Oh hey, decently quality booze. If booze was any good, I might take that. Booze is not any good. It's actually pretty awful. By pretty awful, I mean it's basically garbage. Seriously. Alcohol? Useless. I have evolved past such things. Now the basement would be the obvious place to look for spooky, scary things. But no. We're gonna search the rest of the place first. It's obvious nothing can go wrong with an unexpectedly cheap manor that looks like it's a haunted house, can it? Whatever could possibly be happening bad in a place sold for cheap? Why, that'd be like if the Scooby-Doo gang pulled off the mask of the ghost and found that it was just a rubber face mask. What kind of universe would that be, eh? Let's go check out the basement. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to us. After all, I'm the Divine Crusader. Bad things don't happen to me. I happen to bad things. Ooh, ooh. Some of you have some potion ingredients I could use. Maybe a lockpick or two. Lockpick would be nice. I'm going to need quite a few of them once my security hits 60 natively and 100 buffed. It'd be really nice to have more. I'll take a gold piece, recompense my expenses a bit. Food! Always love having food around. There's mods that make it necessary. I don't bother with them because, like I've said, I'm not interested in realism. Did both these have green felt linens in them? No, this one had a torch. I'm glad I checked. Now I have another torch. I might run out one day after all. They're very slow to use up, but I do tend to be rather lazy about them. By rather lazy, I mean I am incredibly lazy and inefficient with my torch usage. Don't imitate me for efficiency in that realm. Did they have any Shadow Banish wine here? Because they did have some good wines upstairs. Decent selling value wines, at least. There's no really good wines in this game. The penalties they give you to your fatigue are just disgustingly painful in actual combat unless you're a mage. And if you're a mage, you really shouldn't be drinking anyway on the grounds of you're trying to throw around magical frickin' powers while drunk off your ass. What is wrong with you? You know? Especially as if you're sloshed, you're probably more flammable, so if that fireball you happen to be looking at and whirling around in your palm is a bit too fiery or a bit too close because you're drunk as a skunk and therefore can't aim, well, yeah. Granted, that'd be fluff, not gameplay, but this doesn't look suspicious at all. No, nothing suspicious about the strange arcane glyphs on the wall. No, there's nothing to worry about. Just mysterious runes that are completely and utterly harmless, I promise. Utterly harmless runes. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Pay no attention. they had ginkgo leaf. I understand ginkgo actually tastes pretty good if you chew it. At least in real life. We had some a while back. Don't like the teeth though, but I've never liked any tea. I'm not a coffee person either, which makes me a double heretic, I'm pretty sure. I don't like tea or coffee. I prefer chocolate. Ain't I a stinker? Ah, the immortal words of Bugs Bunny. Let's go take a nap in the new home. This won't trigger an event at all. It actually doesn't trigger a fight with several very strong ghosts. Now, they do level, so don't worry too much about fighting them. But it can be a problem. Hostile damage output reduced by 1/3. Alright, let's use that soul gem I filled. My, they have grand souls. How fascinating. How utterly worthless. Look, stop that! I don't know how you're knocking around this noise. Look, stop that! It's annoying and distracting and doesn't do anything. They do have a cool death animation, though. I'll give them that. It's much better than the raids. Unfortunately, their animations and models don't show up very often. Or at all, a lot of the time. Let's just deal with it. Crashed from downstairs where the haunted runes were. What could possibly be happening in this strange old manor? Truly, it's a mystery for the ages, ladies and gentlemen, how mysterious this place is. Isn't it spoopy with how run down and funny looking it is? Clearly, I should be scared out of my wits. Meanwhile, here I am, absolutely unworried because I've kicked the shit out of literally everything that's ever tried to kill me. Aside from Dagon. But he got the shit kicked out of him by a buddy, so... close enough. Did say a noise from downstairs. Let's look around and see if I can find it. Ah, here it is, this pot. The scrap from Morgan's diary. The people of Anvil are worms! How dare they criticize what they don't understand? I shall have my vengeance in a form they cannot possibly imagine! I shall use the souls of the departed to prolong my own life. The tome is very specific. I must have more bodies. Yes, more bodies! I must protect myself from those meddlers. They shall not interfere in my designs. I have constructed a room in the basement of this manor. It is there I will inter my corporeal self, and I will transcend this plane of existence. Only a true-blooded Benarius may open the portal, so if I fail, however unlikely that may be, a descendant may attempt to follow in my footsteps to carry on the true way. To make sure our secret is safe, I have harnessed the spirits of those whose bodies I have defiled to forever guard this place. The fools think I don't hear them speaking? I can hear their rumor and innuendo. They intend to meddle in powers they can barely comprehend. They call me an old fool and shun me. The young dare each other to step 1 foot in my yard. I have become the stuff of old wives' tales and campfire stories. They dismiss me as an oddity, but soon they will see. When all of Enville lies in waste around me, when their corpses litter the streets and their blood dampens the earth, only then will my true power be known and feared. Oh, hey, a hand. I'll take it. More stupid ghosts spawn when you read that. Ah! Ah! How do you do that? Seriously, how the hell are they doing that? It's annoying. It appears we need to call in some people with proton packs. Maybe some marshmallows. Maybe the technology to make smoke sugar and cereal. Candy can refer to so many different things. It looks vaguely like taps. They could actually spin sugar. Things I think about while killing ghosts. Is this thing technologically advanced enough to make marshmallows? I mean, to be fair, I do have a stove that sets things on fire. Using the flamethrower for cooking marshmallows is a very old and very traditional method of making things. Well, I'm not gonna. Well, kind of stupid is really a bad way to put it. More, being irreverent, I suppose, would be a good way to put it. A better way to put it. I'm just fumbling all over my words today, aren't I? Let's go see if I can find Velwen, because I'm a bit annoyed. Oi, you!
We're here to help.
What do you say about Velwen?
I'm not sure where he went, but I would ask at the Count's Arms. If anyone knows where he is, it would be someone there.
Alright, let's go.
I hope
So what can you say about rumors?
Everyone's talking. Goodbye.
I wonder why everyone is talking about that. It's like Mundus and Oblivion have been nigh permanently sealed apart.
Hail, sir.
Seriously, one of the things that I really like about Skyrim is that while Daedric shrines are damn near everywhere, unlike in the previous games, it's almost impossible to find naturally summoned Daedra.
Yes?
Hi.
Greetings.
The thought of what... But it's over.
What do you say about Velwen?
As soon as you bought the place, he pretty much up and left. I hear tell he's making his way to the Imperial City.
That should give us a marker on his location. Let's keep going. The Elven Gardens. Why am I not even surprised? I did just give him 5,000 gold pieces after all. For all that's cheap for a manor, it's pretty decent for an actual good house and setting, I believe.
Evening. Well met.
Seems like he's in the King and Queen Tavern, according to my magical protagonist.
I'm surprised to see you all the way out here in the Imperial City.
Yeah, about that.
So, you think I'm responsible? I suppose you're right, as the manor used to belong to my grandfather, Lorgren Benaris. I knew there was a curse on that place, which is why I sold it to you so cheap. I suppose I should have warned you, but I had to get out of Anvil. My family said I could move here to the Imperial City once all our loose ends were tied down. The manor was one of those loose ends. I fear my own greed got the better of my judgment. I hope you weren't hurt badly in that horrible place.
Beaten half
I
dead,
suppose
but
I assumed you'd be able to lift the curse and be done with it.
I mean, given who I am, that's not actually a bad assumption in the universe. After all, if I can deal with Mehrunes Dagon, so I can deal with a few petty ghosts and some old coot who happens to think he's a lich.
Lorgren Benaris was a strange old man, always dabbling and experimenting with magic. He was mostly harmless, until the fateful day he came across a tome bearing the evil magic of necromancy. He became obsessed and decided that by using necromancy, he could prolong his own life.
You can.
The dark arts contained in the tome called for him to dig up the recently deceased in the nearby crypts under the cathedral. When it was discovered that he did this, the Mages Guild called for a quick meeting to decide what to do. It only took minutes to decide.
Stab him?
Led by a young upstart named Carahil, the Mages Guild stormed Benerus Manor and slew Lorgren. However, amid the chaos, his body vanished.
Great.
Because of this, the people of Anvil concluded the manor must be cursed. You are the first person to set foot inside in a long time. Goodbye.
Well then, next time we'll continue this conversation and probably go and bust some ghosts. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, or the threads and space battles and sufficient velocity that will be left in the description. And for now, goodbye.